Today, we're taking a look at the Yeezy 700 High-Res Blue. What's up, guys? BJ Kicks here. Welcome back to my channel, Kicks on Kicks, where I review sneakers. And today, we're looking at the ADIDAS Yeezy 700 Boost in the High-Res Blue colorway. Now, this is a shoe that really caught me by surprise. And then I found out it apparently caught Kanye by surprise too. So, yeah, I'm trying to venture out, right? My entire sneaker collection is just a bunch of stuff that would look good with all black outfits. And I guess, to be fair, these aren't much of an exception, but they're a lot louder than I would normally wear. And I was like, you know what? For our first pair of 700s, let's just do something out of the ordinary. So, taking a look at these today. Before we do, I got to give a huge shout out to the seller, hyperoad.ru, for sending these over for this review. So if you weren't familiar, these are a replica shoe. I'm going to give you a quick detailed look, take a look at the packaging, and then give you some legit checking tips before we throw these on foot. So let's get started. From the bottom up, I like to start. So let's look at this outsole. You've got this nice herringbone traction. It's not like you're going to play basketball in these or anything, but nice herringbone traction on the outsole with little cutouts for your boost. So you can see the boost at work. All of this done, of course, in this like sort of hyper royal blue. The box color just says high-res blue 6 times. So I'm going to call this high-res blue, and I'm going to call this red high-res blue, and this purple is high-res blue, apparently. So anyway, you got your herringbone traction with your boost cutouts on your outsole. Moving up to the midsole, it's this super dope, like wavy design that we, saw first on the Wave Runner. And, they've continued it on every colorway since. You got your nice hits of red here. I do like these red hits. And then on the 2 back pods, it's like a sort of lavender, maybe cobalt blue. I don't know what we're calling that. It looks closer to the purple side, but I think that's only because your eye's playing tricks on you with the purple on the mesh. But anyway, that's your super chunky midsole. There are little bits of black on that midsole on the back, but that's that. And then let's get to the real star of the show for me, which is the uppers. So your uppers are a combination of suede and different colors of mesh. And honestly, it's done pretty well. I don't think there's anything that's going to top the coloring of the Wave Runner. Can you tell I'm salty? I don't have a pair of Wave Runners. But anyway, there's nothing that's going to top the Wave Runner, but these are pretty cool. So let's start with, your sort of mud guard, if we want to call it that. You got this black suede overlay that extends along the lateral side of the shoe all the way to the heel area with these 2 cutouts for some 3M reflective in that photo res blue. Really cool. And then moving up, you've got different colors of mesh. So this is almost like a lavender mesh on your side panel, and then a blue mesh toward the actual side panel of the shoe, your midfoot. And then staying near the toe box area, you've got your sort of dark blue. This could either be like a almost navy royal blue, and it almost looks purple, just depending on the light you're looking at it in. Like I said, maybe I'm just colorblind. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me because of all the other shades of purple on the shoe. On your toe box, you've got this lavender-ish suede overlay. Lavender, lilac, what are we calling these colors? I don't know. But you got that same color on the outside mesh as well. So it's a little bit darker on the mesh than it is on the suede, but it's there either way. Looking at the medial side of the shoe, it's pretty much a mirror image of the lateral side. So really nothing to discuss here. One thing I will touch on though is you've got some 3M reflective bits on the inside. And when you light them up, they kind of reveal Adidas 3 stripes in that center foot panel. So that's pretty cool. Moving on to the ankle and sort of heel area, you've got, like I said, you've got these 3M cutouts. So these will light up a little bit in the right light. And then you've got this mesh sort of outline. And I don't know if it's just for breathability or just for the feel of it, but it's a nice texture, a nice contrast of textures on this little ankle area. Moving to the heel. And then on your actual heel of the shoe, you've got this blue suede. It feels really nice. It's a really soft blue suede with more 3M cutouts. So this is the dad shoe of all dad shoes. And apparently somebody thinks you're going to be walking around at night in these quite a bit. So lots of reflective on here so you don't get got by those cars passing you by. But anyway, let's move on to the laces. Nothing really much to see here. These came with a pre-installed pair of infinity laces, which means this doesn't come off unless you cut it off, and you don't get to tie it. They're kind of stretchy, so I don't think you'll have any problems like molding this to your foot, but it is there. And those laces are on top of a blue mesh tongue. Looking on the inside of the shoe, I mean, you got pretty standard. It's your Yeezy worldwide branding on one shoe and your Adidas Yeezy branding, co-branding on the other shoe. It's a super, like, it kind of blends in. You almost don't even see it on the insole. And then just for kicks and giggles, let's look at a couple details on this shoe. Let's start with the tag. Yeezy Boost 700 Originals. It's got a barcode. It's got I wonder what this QR code leads to. 1 second. Let's see. Interesting. I can confirm this QR code goes nowhere. That's probably not supposed to be the case. But anyway, you got your tag, nice little woven tag onto the shoe. And that's the shoe. Let's take a quick look at the packaging. So if you've seen a Yeezy box, you've seen every Yeezy box. This is a Yeezy 700 box, and you can tell because it says 700 on it. Standard, regular old cardboard box. On the back, you got your sizing information. I got mine in a size 9. Like I said, this one's just got high-res blue 6 times on the tag. And then, of course, it's your pull-out drawer with your Yeezy made by Adidas information there. Inside, what comes in the box? Just some standard waxy paper. And that's the box. All right, so let's move on to legit checking points. I told you guys that these shoes come with these infinity laces pre-installed. So you're not going to be tying these shoes. And to get these off, you'd have to cut them off. But one thing the retail shoes came with that mine did not is an extra pair of laces. The retails come with a regular pair of these high-res blue laces, and you can wear them untied and untucked and all that to your heart's desire, which really sucks that mine didn't come with that because I like wearing my shoes untied, especially if they're as tight as a Yeezy. So that's really your only legit checking point without having another shoe in hand. But I want to give you my overall thoughts and impressions before we throw these on foot. Again, this is a Yeezy 700. It's the dad shoe of all dad shoes. Like, this shoe just tried to skip over all the work that Asics and New Balance and Saucony have been doing to make dad shoes cool again. And to be honest, it kind of worked. Kanye kind of knew what he was doing. Now, I think this shoe looks a lot better in the grays and the muted tones that we've got in the past. I think this high-res blue and the high-res red are quite a departure from the signature look that we've come to know from Yeezys over time. But if you're gonna do Yeezys in a bunch of colors, this is the model to do it on. All in all, I'm probably gonna give this one a slick 7. Yeah, it's a 7 out of 10 for me. I like the pop. A little bit too loud. Give me the Wave Runners any day. So, you heard me moan and scream about how I don't have Wave Runners. These are pretty cool too. And like I said, these help make dad shoes cool again. And I'm a dad who appreciates it. The comfort and fit on these. So these are not going to be as bouncy as your Yeezy 7 or your Yeezy Boost 350s, but they're still pretty responsive. You feel it, especially in the heel, just as far as step-in comfort. I think as these break in, they'll be even more comfortable. But if you like a lot more structure in your shoe, then this is the one for you. All these different suede and leather overlays really help keep your foot contained. You don't feel like you're just kind of walking on the moon like you do in a pair of Yeezy 350s. But the fit, one thing I will say is this toe box is really short. It's really shallow. I don't know how well you can tell that it kind of just tapers off up to the top. But if your toes, like if you buy these in your true size, what I noticed is that my toes are kind of right up against this toe box area. And because it's so shallow, it's a little bit uncomfortable. Now, I don't know if I'd like feel good enough going a half size up. I feel like that might give me too much room. So I'm going to stick with these and see if they break in and see if they fit any better because they're not majorly uncomfortable, just a little tighter than I would like. So if you got a bigger foot or a wide foot, I definitely recommend going half size up. But if not, you might be able to make true to size work as well. So that's what I got. I'm going to throw these on feet so you can see what they look like, and then we can get out of here. Thanks for watching.